Maxims from Three Wise Men, today on Fortitude Through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. This one's a struggle for me. So, maxims from Three Wise Men compiled by Epictetus. The first is by, I'm going to butcher the name, but I think it's Cleanthes. We'll go with that. The quote: "For any challenge, we should hold three thoughts at our command. Lean on God and destiny. To that goal fixed for me long ago, I will follow and not stumble. Even if my will is weak, I will soldier on." The next, by Euripides: "Whoever embraces necessity count as wise, skilled in divine matters." And then last, by Plato: "If it pleases the gods, so be it. They may well kill me, but they can't hurt me." So it's interesting because these three quotes compiled by Epictetus show us in wisdom across history the themes of tolerance, flexibility, and ultimately acceptance. Two of these quotes are clearly invoking a deity and fate as concepts to help ease the acceptance. They're saying, okay, God willed this, or gods, one of the gods or a god willed this to happen, so therefore I must accept this. Okay. Here's where I struggle. There's about 8 billion people on the planet. Most of them have some different interpretation of a god, maybe many gods, or no God. Who's right? I will tell you this, and I believe in some type of higher power because, again, where did all the space, where did all this stuff come from? It had to come from somewhere. It had to start somewhere. There had to be an origin, right? And I know that someone that could create that must be pretty powerful. But here's the thing that I always wonder, and this is a question I ask myself: if there is a God, and he's so powerful, and he's able to create this whole universe, I am but a bacteria. I'm so insignificant in the realm of things. What could my brief little existence, I mean, on the scale of humanity, we exist for a breath. The earth is 3 billion years old. We live for maybe 80. That is a breath in just the age of the earth. We are so insignificant, we don't matter. So if there is a God, it's really narcissistic to think that he's going to pay attention to a bacteria like me, right? So I take a little bit of a different path, right? Even if you don't believe in a deity, you can take some comfort in the various laws of the universe, or even call it the circle of life. I love that, right? Because energy is never lost, it's transferred, right? So when we die, our energy goes back into the universe somehow, some way. There is a circle of life there. But what I can't subscribe to is that there is a person out there controlling my personal strings, right? I do believe in fate, right? There's things that are going to happen. And what that is, it's a culmination of 8 billion people on one planet doing different things. And there's a natural order of things. We are born, we live, we die. That is the circle of life. Philosophy is what we discuss to try and give meaning to that, to talk about how we live that life the best. And so here's what I don't love about Christianity or religion is that I have to follow these rules, right? So let's talk about original sin. Christianity, you're born, you're already bad, which is bullshit. I don't believe that. But then you got to follow all these set of rules to get back in the good graces so that maybe you have eternal life and heaven, all this other stuff. That's a lot of like living in the future with anxiety and pressure. And how can that contribute to a quality life? And that's really why I've come to really love the Buddhism. I love the Buddha, right? Because life is suffering and it is also impermanent. Things change. And there is also a path to enlightenment. So what Ryan Holiday is saying here today is he goes, let's practice some perspective today. Pretend that each event that happens, whether you wanted it to or it was unexpected, was willed specifically to happen for you. Now, it's really narcissistic to think that the whole universe, that's kind of put yourself at the center of the universe, right? Like all of this is willed for me to happen. No, I don't subscribe to this. And I don't believe that if I live my life pleasing the gods, I'm going to have this amazing life. No, I'm not going to subscribe to that because it's given away a lot of my power, right? I believe internally we have the ability to make decisions and to live our life to a set of virtues and values, right? And whatever ideology or philosophy or whatever you follow, but inherently people are good. Because if inherently people weren't good, we would have been extinct by now, okay? Yeah, there's bad actors. But on the whole, humanity is good. We're builders, we're innovators, we're explorers. We seek knowledge and wisdom and adventure. That's humanity. And yes, it does contribute to the circle of life because here's the thing, right? If I didn't, take the initiative and sought my adventure, planned my trip to Southeast Asia, gone experiencing these things I've never experienced, I wouldn't have ever truly understood Buddhism. I always thought it was completely different than what it was. But moreover, I wouldn't have actually experienced an entire nation that lives like that and feeling the energy there and feeling the peace and the happiness. And yes, that is why Bangkok is the #1 travel destination in 2024. Trust me, guys, it's not the red light rooms. It's not the street food, right? It is the culture. It is the people. It is the majesty. It is the experience of seeing these amazing temples and feeling this peace and this cool wave energy. So let me ask you a question. Was that my fate? Did God will me to Southeast Asia? Or did I take the initiative to seek out that myself? You may say, well, the plane arrived, you landed safe and sound. Well, that's statistics, right? Most planes do land. God had no part in that. I'm going to say it again. God had zero part in that. I willed it to happen. So maybe our higher power, follow me on this one, maybe the higher power is the power of human intellect. It is our mind that have created all of these things. We created all these religions. We created all these philosophies. We've created all these technologies. Maybe, just maybe, the higher power is the human mind. Has anyone stopped to consider that? That's why we're different than all the other creatures that run around. So, whether you believe in a God, many gods, or what have you, These three wise men, remember at the time, and I've been studying this with ancient philosophy and the transition of the human mindset, trying to explain existence. And really that's what religion was, in my opinion, is to explain the unexplainable, to control the masses. I don't know that I subscribed to there being a God who has all the power over the universe and is pulling all the levers. I don't know if I can believe that. Because if so, I'm so insignificant, he would not have the capacity. He, she, it, whatever it may be, he wouldn't have the capacity. That's narcissistic to think that there's a God that's so interested in my life. Oh my God, that's pathetic for a lot of people. I'm sorry, that really is pathetic. We have the power to solve our problems. It was given to us at birth. So if there is a God, and if you do believe in a God, I contend that he already gave us the solutions to our problems with the blessing of life. What you do with that, that's on your own free will. What you do with that contributes to the circle of life. You can be an adder or you can be a detractor. Most people are takers, right? Most people really, they take, they suck, right? But that's why the people who actually contribute and provide value and knowledge and leadership and guidance, those are the people. And I believe that that is a result of the human intellect, the mind, the majesty of the human being, just how truly incredible we are. So in today's lesson, I can't necessarily subscribe to the fact that everything comes from the God or the gods. I believe that we have the power within us to shape our reality. We have the power within us to enhance the circle of life. Fate will be what it's going to be. But I do believe that we have the ability to turn the tide. I do. I really do. Nothing I have studied, nothing I have seen has told me contrary to that. Because everything about God or religion is theory. Show me observation experience. Show me. No one has ever in the history of humanity been able to do that. But we've seen countless times about just how amazing the human mind is and what we are truly capable of. And so for me, and on that, I'm out of here.